Welcome to Yellow Duck Motorsports coverage today of the Rally Sprint for June 2022 here at WAC Park, an event organised by Westlakes Automobile Club. It's a Rally Sprint event through some dirt roads that are at this venue. It's a great venue, and Westlakes Automobile Club usually put on a very good event. Here we have a Mazda Rx2 being scrutineered. All the vehicles are scrutineered before the start to check for their compliance with the rules, both from a safety standpoint and other rules and regulations governing motorsport. And here we have the first car off. When he's away, it's some sort of Hyundai. I think this is a four-wheel drive turbocharged car here. Slowed down through there for some reason. Oh, he's back on it now. Oh, it's popping and banging with its anti-lag system, I think is what it is. This looks like a very quick piece of machinery here. Getting through these corners with ease by the look of it. My goodness, what a piece of machinery. Probably one of the front runners here today for this event. Getting around these tight corners of WAC Park. Coming up towards the finish line here. Spraying the dust. And that's the end of his run there. Next off, it's a buggy, purpose-built buggy for this sort of event. Another quick vehicle. Getting through these corners very quickly. Bit sideways there, and again, it's a very tight and twisty course, this WAC Park. Looks like a very quick piece of machinery, well sideways out of there, and again as he approached the next corner, oh, and well sideways there, my goodness. Looks like a very interesting vehicle, this one. Oh, spraying the camera with dirt, my goodness. And coming down here towards the finish line here. A very quick run, I would have thought. Next away is what looks like a Mitsubishi Evo. Again, these are a turbocharged four-wheel drive car. Deceptively quick. Some of the old classic cars make a lot of noise and a lot sideways and look very spectacular, but when you look at the timesheets, these Evos and Subarus seem to be the quicker vehicle. They just don't seem to look it so much, and they don't sound it so much either. Nice looking piece of machinery. Oh, sideways through there. With a wet patch there for the unsort of initiated. Sliding around a bit. This is the first run through the course, so there'll be a lot of loose gravel over the road. The quicker runs will probably come a bit later in the day. Nevertheless, a nice run here by this Mitsubishi Evo across the finish line there. Next away is a Subaru Wrx, another four-wheel drive turbocharged car. Very distinct sound, these Subarus. Being a flat engine, they certainly can't be mistaken. Getting through here quite quickly. Down into here the spectator point. Nice looking car. Well known as a rally car, the Subaru Wrx. Had a long history in motorsport in general. And, oh, what's happened here? It's going very slowly now. Must have developed a fault. It might have gone into safe mode and it's just cruising around now. Just to get to the end and get into the pit area and try and find out what's wrong with it. Oh my goodness, bit of a disaster here for the Subaru. Oh yes, making heavy weather of it now. Chug, chug, chugging along. Oh well, I'm sure they'll try and fix it. Next away is a Ford Escort. Now here we have a classic rally car, and like I said, they're sideways, they're noisy, there's rocks flying, they're spectacular things, these Ford Escorts. Oh, look at that. It's not straight at any point in time. What a beautiful thing this is. Oh yes, well sideways there, hit the wet patch, threw rocks all over the camera, and again, my goodness, these old classic cars are certainly great to watch in this type of motorsport. They certainly put on a show. Mightn't end up being the quickest car in the day, but from a fun factor, both from a spectator and from a driver, I think they're good value for money. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, the rocks and stones have toppled the camera over. My goodness, what a disaster here for the camera. Still recording. Alright, next car off the ranks is another Subaru WRX. It's away and into the section. It's a later model by the look of it, or am I mistaken? They're a lot more stable than the two-wheel drive cars. Four-wheel drive, turbocharged. They stick to the road a bit. Never driven one of these four-wheel drive cars in motorsport, so I don't know quite how they handle and perform. Very quick, and not quite as spectacular as the Escort though. Next away, it's a Hyundai. Now Hyundais are sort of, well, like a lot of rally cars, start out life as shopping trolleys, and a one-make series for these little Hyundais, so they're very popular to be rallied and used in motorsport. A little front-wheel drive car, deceptively quick, seem to be fairly rugged. They're very popular. Quite a few are entered on this event, and because of the one-make series in the rallies, they're very popular. Never been able to get my head round rallying a front-wheel drive car, but I'm sure it can be done. Coming up here towards the finish line. Across the finish line he goes. Next away we have another Mitsubishi Evo. Four-wheel drive, turbocharged, all singing, all dancing car, this one. Taking it fairly sedately in comparison to some of the others. Checking out the course. It was a great era of motorsport that gave us these, oh, what do we have here? Another problem. It's gone on to safe mode, or it's got a problem and we're crawling back to the pit area. The Mitsubishi's slowed right down. Oh, black smoke coming out the exhaust. My goodness, a technical problem. Oh, it seems to have cleared itself up and going a little bit quicker again, but sure it's sort of just going to get back to the pits and have a bit of a look, see what might be wrong with it there. The downside of these high-tech pieces of machinery is that they are high-tech pieces of machinery. There you go. Here we have another WRX Subaru. That flat engine, turbocharged four-wheel drive car. Getting quite quick through here. Very popular car for motorsport. Was sold in great numbers here in Australia, and so they were rallied quite a bit, and therefore there's a lot available, I should imagine, for making them go a lot quicker. Also, I would have thought parts are probably fairly readily available, as there was so many of them about. But here we have the Mazda Rx2 Rotary. Distinct sound again. Rear wheel drive, classic rally car here. Very quick machine. I think you need to have a certain talent to rally these things with the rotary engine. Very quick piece of machinery by the look of it. Like the Escort, very spectacular to watch. Very nice. Oh, kicking stones up at the camera there. Understeered a little bit around that corner. Nicely through there and over to the back part of the course. Again, throwing rocks everywhere. Looks like it might be a quick time here for the Mazda Rx2. What's off the start line now? Next away is another WRX. Looks like this one's been in the wars, got a few different coloured panels on it. Looks very quick, this one. Going hard through there. Four-wheel drive vehicle. Flat four-cylinder, I think. Or maybe not. We're losing cameras here as the day goes on, with the battery life in the cameras are slowly dying, so we're losing cameras. Goes across the finish line there. Here we have another Ford Escort. Great classic rally car, these. You know, you can actually buy a new Ford Escort from England. Not called a Ford anymore because they're not being made by Ford, but there you go. Popular rally car now because you can get anything you want for them, which is a great benefit. Nice looking Ford Escort here. Getting around the course very nicely. Oh, nice and sideways around there, and again through that corner. Nicely done. Now what do we have? Oh, it's a big Commodore, a great big V8 Commodore. Now this will be a handful to drive around through here. It'll be spinning its wheels most of the time. This tight and twisty course around a WAC Park in a long wheelbase, big Holden Commodore. Probably a lot of fun though. Oh, it's really tail happy with the wheel spin. So much power. Wonderful noise it's making. Great to see. Great big Commodore coming up to the end of his lap. Next away, have another little Hyundai. Little front wheel drive shopping trolley here. Going along quite nicely. A very popular car, these little Hyundais. They're cheap to buy, and then which helps with the rally preparation, of course. You can buy the base unit fairly cheaply. It's one of the downsides of some of the classics. They're very expensive to buy the base car. There he goes, across the finish line. Oh, here we have another Hyundai. This one's being pedalled a little bit harder. Pushed. Nice colour. Great to see these cars out and about and being used in motorsport. Entry level sort of, throwing it through there. My goodness, that's the way to drive a front wheel drive car. My goodness. Pushing this little Hyundai around the WAC Park course. Oh, what's happened? Slowed a bit there. Through the wet patch, round the top end of the course. Yeah, it's definitely slowed a little bit here. Maybe there's a problem with the car, or maybe another competitor's had a problem and things have had to slow down. Now we have the Toyota Corolla here. Nice looking Toyota Corolla. Quick little car. Quite a nice thing here. Making a very nice sound as it heads down through the course here, through a WAC park. Nice few bit of straights here before we get to the endless bends. Around the first part of the course through a muddy section there. Has to be careful. Very easy to lose traction and end up off the road. Toyota have a long history in rallying, of course, through so many models, whether it's the Corolla or the Celica. Heading towards the spectator section here, coming down towards the spectators. Here we are. Little Corolla's sort of on song, making lovely noises. Induction noise from the carburetors, exhaust noise. Proper rally car here, and driven spiritably. Coming back up towards the spectator point again. This little Corolla. Oh, nicely through there. Back down. And back up towards the spectator point again. Little Corolla, right on song here. Now we've got some tight sections through here. Don't give much rest here at a WAC park before you onto the next corner. And, it's a bit sloppy in places, so you've got to be careful. Some places you got lots of grip, but other places you've got no grip at all. Got to be careful. Keeping the little Corolla nice and straight here. Coming up towards the back of the track. Oh, nicely round there. Nice little car, this one. Well prepared. Some sort of twin cam Toyota engine, which wouldn't be what they came out with, I don't think. Going down towards the back of the track now. Nice little Corollas revving here, hard. Into that loose gravel there and a bit sideways. Going up the hill. Yeah, certainly a nice little car. Coming towards the end of the lap there. Next away, it's the iconic Datsun 1600. And it's been driven spiritably here. Oh, it's sideways all over the place. Wonderful thing, these things. Again, ultra spectacular. What a great rally car in their day. I can remember going to events where you'd have a field of 30 cars and half of them would be Datsun 1600s. Next away we have some sort of agricultural implement. Looks like some sort of farmer's sort of buggy. Not sure what they call them. Polaris, isn't it? Nevertheless, getting along. Looks like a big praying mantis. Getting around a WAC park here. Up towards the finish line. Oh, buttoned off a bit there. Next away we have another Toyota Corolla. A similar car to the previous one. Twin cam. Beautifully set up through that corner. And again, very nice little car, this one. Being pushed hard. Up here to the spectator point. And again, a bit sideways as he gets out of there. Nice little car, these ones, certainly making some great noises. Nothing like these classic cars for put on a show. And straight through the wet patch there. Bit of understeered out through that corner, I suspect. Oh, throwing the rocks at the camera. Well done. Across the finish line. Now what do we got? Little Mazda. Little front wheel drive Mazda. Very small little car. Been pedalled here around a WAC park. Little front wheel drive. Don't know much about these things. Bit too modern for me, I think. Getting around nevertheless quite well. Front wheel drive, little short wheelbase car. Could be tricky to drive, I would have thought. Oh, looked a bit understeery around there. Coming up to the finish line now. Next away, a BMW. Now that's not something you see every day on a sort of rally course with a BMW. Being pushed fairly hard here. This will be a rear wheel drive car, but don't ask me what sort of power unit they run, I don't know. Not up on BMWs. Looks to be getting pushed quite hard through here. Up and across the finish line, nice and sideways out of there. Another car away. This looks like a Nissan Pulsar, is it? This will be a front wheel drive, but a bigger car than the others. Quite suitable, I should imagine. I think there's a one make series for these on racetrack, so there's probably a bit of info on how to set them up. Nissan, of course. Coming up towards the finish line now. And what do we have here? It's a Toyota Corolla, I think. Another front wheel drive car. Getting through here quite quickly. Built some strong engines, these Toyotas. Even in their smaller cars. That's about it from me. Bye for now.